Welcome to day 5 on Raj Muuin. 'Tis Jet, returning. Did I do anything of interest here? Cobblestone. I'm not sure I want to stay here though, so let's just pack up. Continue to explore. How's my food? My food's fine. Food's fine. Woo! Day 4. Sorry, day 5. What am I talking about? Can I reach the water from here? This does not look likely to me. Can I reach the other side? From here I could. Do I have stone? How far do you think that is? How far is it? And this would probably be a wasted effort, but a wasted exercise. But that would make sense. So, what was I talking about yesterday? It's mineralogy, right? I'm trying to explain the differences between elements, minerals, rocks. But then I wandered on into rockhounding, right? Which is the activity, often. I thought I heard something. Often recreational, of wandering into quarries with a pick hammer and or a shovel, a little bag, a bunch of old newspaper, quite often. My house is in the clouds, yo. Should I make any more effort? I don't have enough to make more effort. Oh well. It's a long tree, yo. Well, that's pretty neat up there. It looks like I'll have some trouble making it up. Oh, that one looks different because it's in front. Okay. Okay, a tree! So yeah, I can't recall what I've already told you. Sorry, it is a new day for me. A real new day as opposed to a recorded new day. So let me just say that I'm not going to get anything out of that. Rockhounding is becoming something of a contested pastime. But basically, first off, it is, like I said, the activity of just going in and digging in the rubble. Now, the rubble is generated, typically in the past, the rubble was generated by a company leasing or buying, or subleasing, buying, whatever, this land where some prospecting had demonstrated there to be economic stone. Economic stone, like if you remember my description from yesterday, stone is the mashed together accumulation of minerals. However, a lot of it is very useful. Like I said, countertops, decorative countertops. If you're talking igneous intrusive with the large crystals, you get, it's very artistic-y, especially when polished. Or, some less so, if you're talking about like marbles and granites for use in the construction of buildings. There's a claim that some of the stone that went into the construction of the Washington Monument came from Maine. It came from a variety of places, but they claim it's from Maine, even though when you actually read up at the site, there's no mention of it. So I'm not sure who's being more honest. But so economic stone has a great many uses. Limestone, which I believe is sedimentary. We got another Arctic area over here. I do like this zone. This is a nice looking zone. I'd like for it to be in proximity to a village so that I could use it and not have to then go searching. Invest all this time building a keep and then have nobody out there to populate it with. So anyways, yeah. But, you say, especially with coarser stones, though, keep in mind, stone, because of geological activities, stone comes in a number of layers, as is poorly, but at least they've attempted to depict it in this, the Underground Biomes mod. There are errors, but it's better than not having depicted it at all. And comes in layers because that's how the Earth works. The layers get the layers get sort of munged and twisted and cracked open, and then new magma fills in the cracks, and you get layers that way. Things like that. So you can work quarry for one material and expose other materials that have no immediate use to the people who did the quarry. So you could go for I don't even know what, but I'm trying to remember what kind of economic stone is coarse in crystal structure. I'm not sure, but like the pink granites along the coast of Maine. Ooh, I need to eat. Can be found in proximity to veins of coarser material like pegmatite, which is basically just really, really super coarse. So very large crystals with lots of pockets. Pockets being where minerals will grow. Anytime there's... What is going on with this? I'll have to record the next episode. I now remember complaining about this last time. But I'll have to record the next episode onto the SSD to see if I get less video lag. But anyways, I just came from that way, right? So is this... It doesn't look quite the same. I think it's a new zone. Probably shouldn't be... I should probably use the sword for this rather than the axe. Oh, what was I just talking about? Oh, jeez. Yeah, but, so, say quarries, for one reason or another, it's been mined out. Sometimes they've used up the economic stone, but there's a layer of coarse material underneath. And coarse material is often structurally weaker, not always, but often structurally weaker than the fine-grained economic stones. Because, the seams between all the large crystals give it sort of an I don't know about unpredictable, but I would guess an unpredictable strength of material, or it might break along lines that are inconvenient, stuff like that. So it's a thing they have to consider. And, early on, while minerals, the actual individual crystals of different material, I wonder if I should try to go in that way or this way. While they're interesting and in many cases quite valuable, they're often not. They couldn't be found in large enough quantities, especially way back when money was worth more than it is now. Mesa. So this is one of the things supposedly that will end up in the new 1.7 of Minecraft. I think they're intending to add the Mesa to native vanilla. So the guy who wrote it was... I read that from the guy who makes this, saying he's already preparing to be able to remove this in favor of the vanilla version of the same thing. Let's see. Which is good karma right there. Let's see. Some of the terrain generation is less believable than others. Yeah. It sure does take me a long time to explain this stuff when I'm partially distracted. This is something I'm going to need practice at. But, yeah. So, for a long time, it was just a matter of interest to be able to do rockhounding. And so, most of the concern with not letting people into quarries was people would get themselves hurt and then sue the owners. So there was a general understanding, or sometimes you had to sign a waiver, or sometimes you actually had to pay, $10 to get in or something. Just, oftentimes you had to sign just so they knew if someone had gone into the quarry and never come out, they might, go looking for your body or something. So, but it's come to the point where enough people are collecting minerals and paying large sums in some cases for minerals that it has now become the economics of mining are no longer just about economic stone or precious, like gold and or there are some mines that were dedicated to gemstones, like the Dunton Gem Quarry in Maine, you know, for tourmaline. Things like that. Is there a crapstone? Crag rock. I don't need that. I think it's comatite. Is it already a day? Oh my gosh. So lately, people have been getting greedy and closing up quarries and preventing people from getting in. And in fact, some quarries are being opened specifically to hunt for minerals rather than economic stone or precious materials. And I can say it's definitely the amethyst geode on my desk, as I'd mentioned, I believe yesterday, has quadrupled in value in the 4 years that I've had it. So I don't know what the rate is because I'm not doing the math for compounding interest. What do we got down here? See, that's a little unfortunate. The water suddenly ends. But I need to take shelter. Are you a shelter? You're not a shelter. I can make you a shelter. Not much of a shelter. But it will have to serve. Hello, not darkness. Okay, so I know of late, in the last few years, China has been on a rampage buying quarries without even looking at them. Sight unseen, they say, where they just from a distance, from halfway across the world, they buy a quarry. They never go to it. They never inspect it. They just buy it. And this is kind of akin... Oh. This is kind of akin to diamonds, which are not all that rare. I mean, really big, impressive ones are definitely rare, like really big, impressive any other minerals. But the reason why the cost is so high is because their supply has been artificially constricted. And it seems like they're trying to do that now with most other minerals. What do we got? I see iron. That could be of great value to me. Let's risk it a little bit. I don't see any immediate danger. Interesting how this is in the middle of sand. I like how it comes squishing out. Oh, bother. Fortunately, exploding guys are kind of quiet right up until the point of detonation. So yeah, rockhounding is fun. I mean, it's basically a picnic where you dig in rubble and come away with some specimens. And you can. I mean, it sounds weird maybe, but you can come away with stuff of great value. Now, the Dunton Gem Mine that I mentioned not just a couple minutes ago, is a pretty renowned quarry for gemstones. In fact, the world's largest gem green tourmaline, referred to as the Jolly Green Giant, and I believe is in the possession of Smithsonian, though I don't think it's at the Smithsonian in here in DC at the moment. Why can't I pick these up? Dude, why aren't you in my inventory? You're a different... You look like the same kind of thing. Pinewood slab. That may be a error. Well, it's obviously an error. I'm just not sure. Okay. So if I use a slab, it comes out as a different kind of slab. Is that it? Different ID? That's mildly problematic. Not hugely, but mildly. Pinewood. I hear ya. I just need to sort my brain out long enough to figure this out. There we go. Very good. Which probably means he won't let me sleep. Actually, let me relate the story of the Dunton Gem mine to you tomorrow. Day 6, I believe. So please come back. It won't let me sleep, but I will stand and guard watch over my bed until next time. Thank you.